Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Dan Does Tech Stuff. So, I am really enjoying the Switch 2. It's one of my favorite consoles right now, especially now that it's got more power, more performance, and the games that I've used on the OG Switch are now sometimes experiencing twice the performance, graphic fidelity, and overall just improvement in terms of its quality and enjoyment. So, um, one of the things I do recommend purchasing is an external controller, okay? Because a lot of the times I don't play in handheld mode a lot. I normally play in dock mode, so I do recommend having an external controller with it. Now the caveat here is the Switch 2 controller here. It's $84, which is quite a bit of money. So there are some alternatives which I'm going to be covering today. Now I'm going to go ahead and dock this up and show you that it's possible that you could have the PlayStation 3 controller work with your console. The PlayStation 4 controller will work with the Switch 2 console. And believe it or not, the PlayStation 5 controller. So if you have any of these classic controllers lying around, you can actually make it work on your Switch 2. Now, there's only one component that you'll need, and this thing right here. It's called a switch up by a company called Collective Minds. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick where you can get it from. All right, so you can go to Amazon.com. So this is where I bought it from, and you're just going to type in Collective Minds, Collective Minds switch up. If I could just type right, switch up. Okay. So once you get that, you're just gonna scroll down, and that's the first item there. Collect my switch up, and it is about $33.14. So not too bad. If you're thinking about like the Switch Pro 2 controller is $84. So this dongle here is only 33. So it's not too bad. You can see that it just plugs directly to the USB slot on the dock, so it works for both the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 consoles. Let's go back to our initial setup here. So let's go ahead and show you what you'll need, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the PlayStation 3 controller. Now, this is an all-time classic. A lot of fond memories using the PlayStation 3 controller. So, like I said, you're going to need this dongle here. This is that switch up by Collective Minds for $33. Well worth it. It's better than spending $84. You know, that's just in my opinion. Okay, so some of the things you'll think about, you'll probably have to go through your cable bin, but the PlayStation controllers have gone through quite a bit of iterations as far as like connections. So you have something called a mini USB. You have something called a micro USB, and then something called obviously this is the more standard one. This is a USB-C connector. So all these generations of PlayStation controllers have these different connectors. So you want to make sure you have the right one. We're going to start with the PlayStation 3 controller, which uses the mini USB connector. Okay, so that's the one for the PlayStation 3 controller. So what you'll do is you're gonna take your Collective Minds adapter. You're gonna plug in this USB A into the adapter, just like so, and then this guy here will go into your dock. So you'll plug that into your dock. The dock here on the Switch 2. And you know it works when the lights pop up. Okay. So after you get that docked, you want to plug that into your PlayStation 3 controller, just like so. And it should light up. And there it is. There's the light up. And let's go and see the console. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see. Now you're going to press left and right on the D-pad. That works. Awesome, awesome. That's great. Up and down. So that works just fine. Left and right. And it's very responsive. So the PlayStation 3 controller is officially working on the Switch 2. So are the analog sticks. The left and right analog sticks work just fine. So that'll save you some money if you want. Is the PlayStation 4 controller. So I'll go and remove this. Now I have these adapters. So this adapter here is going to change that mini USB to a micro USB, which is this guy here. So I'm going to put that in. And you can find these adapters on Amazon as well. So that's going to go right there. Okay. So this is, again, this is going to be a micro USB. I'm going to take the PlayStation 4 controller. Okay. I think this is probably my favorite of the bunch, old school wise. So we're going to plug that in. Again, the Collective Mind switch up controller is attached there. And then we're going to plug that into the micro USB there. And it should light up. Okay, there it is. Got the blue light. And let's see that in action. All right, it's the moment of truth, and yep, it works just fine. We're putting left and right analog sticks are working great. Left and right, side to side, up and down, so that works fine. We'll try out, yeah, so D-pad works fine as well. If you want to get the PlayStation 5 controller, so let's go ahead and unplug that. You're going to convert this USB micro USB into a USB-C. So I have one of those adapters, and that's going to be right here. So that's going to plug right into it. I know, right? So it's crazy, all those three. So this is just a random USB cable, USB-C cable, and if you have the one that comes with your like Switch controller, that works just fine too. So this is the one, this is like the cable that came with your Switch. Like a Switch or a lot of devices uses USB-C, so no, all is good there. So let's go ahead and get the PlayStation 5 controller situated. Here it is. Boom. I'm gonna plug it into the top. The lights pop up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interface there. All right, so moment of truth, and left and right, yes, right, right, left, 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 good. Left, left, right, left analog sticks work just fine. Left analog stick, right analog stick. So yeah, definitely works. That's great. Definitely like this setup of PlayStation controllers. You got the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 3 controller, and all using that dongle right here from Switch Up, okay? Okay. All right, so if you found some value today, hopefully this can open your eyes to all the other potential controllers that you can use. But for $33, it's a great deal. You have access to now the great PlayStation controllers from PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. All right. Well, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. If it's your first time coming to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to support me even further, go ahead and look in the description. Maybe you can buy me a cup of coffee. With that said, happy gaming, and I will catch you on the next episode. With that said, bye for now.